Doll 10 part 2 in the review process of all the Doll 10 stuff. I have to be honest with you, this isn't a review because I already love this. This is the Magic Palette. Is that what they call it? The Magic Palette. Yes. This color story spoke to me because if you know me, you know that I love pink over here. But it had, I love an eye palette where you can do everything. You don't need to grab another palette to make it happen. So with this color story, it got my attention in the first place, but then it's got all of these beautiful shimmers that you can use to enhance, and also a deeper brown and an even deeper brown so that you could use that to enhance or use as a liner. I love this palette. I'm gonna show you my look with this palette. Now I'm not doing any kind of real prep for this today. I put on my face products with my eye creams and everything, but I didn't do a foundation or a concealer on my eye or anything to lock in this color, just because I want to give you an authentic look on what these colors look like on my face without all the extra steps. Now, when you don't prime your eye before you put on your eyeshadow, just remember it's not going to stay as long. Your skin throughout the day, depending on how you prep your skin for makeup and how you set your face, why can't I use words? It will improve how long that makeup lasts on your face and how it wears. For this review, I'm just showing you what it looks like on naked eyes. Now, I like these medium rose colors here. They're like a dusty rose as my base, and I bring that up into my brow. I hit the bottom with it, and then I just swirl it up here, and I open my eyes, and I want to make sure that I'm hitting right underneath my brow. Now I'm going to take some of this deeper rose color and tap it in right here and bring it up. So my idea is that I like to keep it right here and bring it into this corner and lift. I'm going to take this really light color and I'm going to mix it a little bit with this tan. We're going to go back and forth. And then I'm going to use this color right up here, making it into my eyebrow. To create a little bit more definition, I'm going to go in with this darker brown, and I'm going to tap that in to the same area and just darken that corner, keeping it in that area on this side of my eye. And then I'm going to take my blender brush and I'm going to marry all that with little tiny circles. I don't want to do like this anymore because we could just get it muddy. And I'm trying to make it so that every color doesn't look like it has a start and a stop. It just kind of is an ombre. Little tiny swoops, little tiny swirls. I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm going to go into this color right here. And I like to mix this with this pink shimmer and go back and forth. And then I'm going to tap that in to this part of my eye and kind of just pull it back. It's harder to do the longer these nails get, girl. And just tap and then swipe, tap, and I'm stopping right here in the middle. Now, if you wanted this to be a stronger look, you would cut that crease with some concealer or a MAC pot and create a section that you would put this topper on, and it would enhance it even more. Now I'm going to take my brush that I had my rose color on, and I'm going to marry that. I'm going to take another brush that's clean, and I'm going to, the same thing, same story applies. I want to marry this where it doesn't look like there's really a start and a stop. You see how that looks now compared to that? So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to marry this mauve color. And y'all, your eyeshadow looks like crap until it doesn't. Keep that in mind too. It's not gonna look pretty until your whole face is done. We're gonna bring this in. I'm gonna tight line my upper eyelid. I'm gonna add a nude color underneath on this lid. I'm gonna put on the rest of my face. Now I'm going to take a hard tip brush and I'm going to get into this dusty pink again. And I'm going to go right under here and marry that with the corners of my eye. You could also do a wing right now. I don't want to, but you could definitely do a wing right now into this step, in this step. I'm gonna take the Doll 10. This is the Blur powder. This stuff feels like water when you put it on, y'all. And it's one of my favorite setting powders for sure. And set everything. I find that I can go a little heavier with this than I can some setting powders. I could go over with the powder bronzer or powder blush right now and enhance my bronze and blush, but I feel like I'm just gonna let the eyes do the talking today. So we're gonna let that just be subtle. Set stands out after you let that set for just a minute. Don't go stands out right after you put the setting spray on, but do a stands out after it's gotten a little bit dried down where you can touch it without picking it up. We're gonna use the Doll 10 mascara. I was really surprised about this because it's not a tubing mascara, and for me, if it's not a tubing mascara, but she actually wears really well and doesn't do all the transfer and shit. And the bristles on this brush really do separate and get in those hairs really, really well. Lip, we're going to use the Doll 10 Peptide Lip Liner. Y'all, another good thing about Doll 10 is that they put a lot of skin enhancing and good for skin ingredients in their makeup. Yes, please. I want this to be the perfect color just to line your lips and not be too strong. If y'all know, I do not like heavy pigmented lips. And when you're lining your lips, please don't go all the way into these corners. Y'all, I just got Botox to make my lips go like this a little bit more because they were doing this. And if we go into these corners, it really emphasizes where our lips are turning. Keep it from the base, heavy in the middle. Same for the top, heavy in the middle. And then don't go all the way to the corner. Or do, but I would suggest you don't. Put on a little gloss. Have a blessed day.